Um, the thing is that the United States of Biafra has actually, addressed the ongoing issue. You all remember that, as at few days back, the Gentle Yahoo, a BLA commander, came out online saying that they are suffering, they are going through a lot, no support from the government. So the United States of Biafra government, represented by the Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, has actually come out to, talk about it. You understand? So she talking about it. This shows that she has the people of Biafra in mind. She listens to the citizens of Biafra. So guys, I want you to, listen very carefully to get the message direct from our able Deputy Prime Minister. Do well to be sharing this video as you are listening to. All right.
First of all, Biafran military, there is a saying, all Biafran fighting forces, all members of the Biafran armed forces, they understand, especially those who have been attending to our trainings, that discipline is the soul of the Biafran military. Even though we are now in transition, but efforts are still being made to incorporate discipline in our everyday life as members of the Biafran military. And also to extend our sincere gratitude to all our armed forces members, men and women scattered across Biafran land, who are making this ultimate sacrifice to protect and defend our land. We have a current situation that has trended. It started trending since last week. It happens like maybe once in 2 days. It's a barrage of disparaging social media frenzy coming from one of our generals. This individual who makes this utterances are one of our best fighting force. Of course, we love all our forces. We love all our troops. Everyone who is doing this sacrifice, making this sacrifice, is special to us. You must always know wherever you are serving in Biafra that you are among our most precious resource. We cannot do without you, and we appreciate your service. Biafrans all over the world hold you in a very high esteem. But in return, we ask you to try to develop a little bit professional ethics in your profession so that you will live up to today's standard, acceptable all over the world, at least the basics. We have seen some social media issues going up from one of our best commanders, Commander Gentle. Very unfortunate, he has been misinformed and misled by those people who are agents of division. When you pay attention to what he says all the time, you will know exactly where he's coming from. But we are here today to address his problems. His problem is coming from pay-related issues, finances. We take the finances of our military members very, very seriously. We understand that one of the issues that hampers motivation in the military life is finance. And this government, under the leadership of our PM, Maritime Eba, and now under the leadership of his surrogate, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, this government takes the pay and the finances of our military men and women very seriously. So when issues that has to do with their stipend, because this is voluntary, though we have made commitment that we are going to place them on salaries, that is still in progress. We have not concluded all the paperwork required to effect that and make it to go into effect. But very soon, all that will happen. At this point, we have reasons to believe that this individual has failed to go through his chain of command. The military chain of command is taken seriously. Failure to do so will result into UCMJ action, Uniform Code of Military Justice. But unfortunately, some of these individuals have not been attending to our trainings, especially Gentle Yahoo, a general, a soldier who has done so much for Biafra and Biafrans in general. This individual has defended our life with everything in him. And it's very unfortunate that there is a little miscommunication here and there that he is being misled. And we have every reason to believe that after today, this individual, this trusted and loved soldier, will become even the best in Biafra land. We expect him to listen to this broadcast today and learn those things that he has not been told. This government, since after hearing his first broadcast last week, this government has swung into action to try to investigate. Because we understand the importance of his broadcast, because this government listens, pays attention to our citizens, but especially our military. So when such individual comes up and starts selling some incomplete and some lies on the social media, it is troubling. And this briefing today is not social media war. No. This is just to set the record straight. That this government made effort upon hearing the first broadcast from this individual to launch a very special investigation, of which I took that upon myself to investigate what happened, because I believe in the middle of February, payments were made through his chain of command, because each of our bases must operate through their chain of command, and chain of command goes from bottom up, starts from the troop to the immediate commander, and it goes up till he gets to that, and then before he gets to our commander-in-chief. That's how it flows. It's bottom-up approach. So we launched that investigation, and that investigation is still in progress. But I have personally made a lot of calls, including the governor of the state where that individual is serving currently. Try to get his phone number, or whichever way that I could reach him. I tried to call, including the media personnel in Homeland, the assistants, to see if I could get at least one of his lieutenant's phone number, at least from where I can reach him. I have not been able to do so. So I am making all these things public so that people will know that we are not sleeping, and we are making every effort to ensure that the money that we paid into that account go to the right recipient. But you all know, as I know, that the process in Nigeria, as far as now that they are hounding our accounts and trying to do one thing or the other to slow the progress that we are making, it is slowing things down. We all know that. So today I'm here to guarantee Bîafrans that there is nothing going on as far as pay. This government is making every effort to ensure that money gets to the right people. When that money is delayed, for some reason, maybe because of banking transaction, we must be patient. Maybe if the money was paid into the wrong account, it may take some time to unravel. These things are what we are doing. But what we have not done is to sit idly by and watch our generals suffer. Like he is accusing everybody and denigrating our hard-working DPM. So Bîafrans, today, I want to ask you to please be patient with this government and continue to support your government. For those who have decided that because a little thing has come up on the social media, instead of finding a way to continue to work with their government, they have opted out to sit on the fence and wait it all out. Is that how we are going to claim our land? Because of one person or the other is lying or coming up with allegation that is unfounded, it will make us to go, guys, that's how we are going to run Biafra. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have an option to do the right thing and get our PM out. The world is watching us. They have accused him of incitement. We all know what that means. They are seeing how coordinated we are. You see that all these accusations coming up and down here and there, and you think it's ordinary. No, it's not. We must understand that DSS Nigeria, we must understand that British intelligence network and other intelligence networks around the world are at work. They are trying to disorganize the government. We all went to Finland and we made this declaration on the 29th of November 2024. Is that going to be in vain? I don't think so. So Bîafrans, we all know the truth when we hear one. I want you to know that this Defense Department will not fail you. Sometimes it might seem as if there is no action happening. Remember, this is still the transition period. And that transition has not been so smooth. We have challenges, and those challenges still exist as we speak. And we are doing everything within our power to overcome. And I believe very strongly that with your help, we will overcome. We will not end up in pointing, blaming fingers, and looking for a point of blame instead of looking for a way to support the government. That will lead us to nowhere. It will only lead us to doom. So the people of Biafra, you have a choice to make. I've told you everything you need to know about the individual, about the gentleman, a general that our DPM does not even joke with. I remember what happened the first time that this broadcast came up. What I said to the DPM, and I know how she responded. She admonished me because she placed a very high trust and confidence in the performance of this gentleman. I want this to remain so. Let it not be that after all, what will cause this destabilization of this government will come from each and every one of us or any of us. We must have ourselves in such a way that the world will see us as serious people. Biafra is special to you. It is special to me. It might not be so special to the world, those who are ganging up against us. We must not gang up against ourselves. So rest assured that the government has resolved to continue with this investigation, that maybe in the next few days, this investigation will complete and it will be concluded, and we will determine the next course of action. We do not have anything at this point against this gentleman who made this broadcast, but we urge him to sheath his sword, because those feeding him with wrong information are agents of destabilization. They don't mean well for him. We all knew what happened during the DOS era, how they connived and killed our brothers and sisters who once fought with them for the same purpose which we are fighting today. Today we continue that journey, the journey to Bîafrans land. Do you truly love what is happening? Is the situation on ground not telling you anything? Do you still believe that there is hope in Nigeria? Is it not time for you to give it everything and make it work? Is it not time to stop swimming? Is it not time for that? Is it not time to stop this finger pointing? If you still believe that it is not time, I don't know when will be the time. But for me, the time is now.
Thank you so much for that wonderful clarification. And it is very, very important that we all understand that what Onyami is doing today, what our Defense Secretary, General Nkwocha, is doing today, what our Commander General on ground, Igwe Butuzo, is doing today, what all our commanders in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra, what they are doing today, it's not something that they prepared for. It's not something that just happened overnight. It is something that has happened due to a systemic oppression, suppression by the Nigerian state. What we are doing today, even the role I play today, that was not what we were prepared to do. This task was heaped on us based on the circumstances that surround us. So, I want to touch on one or two things. What the Defense Secretary and the Defense Deputy Secretary has done today. I don't know if our Commander General at home, Igwe Butuzo, is here online. Sometimes they have internet problems. He is expected to also address Bîafrans at this moment. But we all know the mayhem and the terror that Nigerian state unleashes to our people at home. That is why sometimes when we organize some of these things, our men on ground, it's difficult for them to join us. Because Nigerian state, as we speak, send their military, reintegrated military men and women wearing Nigerian military, Nigerian police uniform to terrorize and kill our people. So most of the times, competent men and women at home, they are busy trying to safeguard the lives of our innocent children, our innocent men, trying to move them from the bombs, from all the ammunition that the Nigerian state is throwing at innocent Bîafrans. That is why they are always busy, almost every time, trying to shield these innocent Bîafrans from the terror being unleashed by the reintegrated terrorists hired by the Nigerian state, headed by President Tinubu. But I want Bîafrans to know that what we are doing, no one can stop. This ship is already taken off. Nobody can stop this. We have only one government, the United States of Biafra, which was declared in Finland on November the 29th, 2024, by His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze, and headed by our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. This is the only government Biafrans have today. Anybody that tells you anything different, they are used by the Nigerian state to destroy this nation, and we will never allow them. I keep telling everyone, in every stage of our declaration, in every stage of our agitation, in every stage of the Biafra restoration, the Nigerian state and the legitimized Southeast and South governors have always planted somebody in our midst. That is what they always do. And these individuals they plant, they will look like your regular fellow freedom fighters, those that want to get Biafra for you. But underneath, they are paid to disrupt what you and I are doing today and what we stand for today. So I want Biafrans to always have this at the back of their mind, because Nigerian state will never let Biafra go without putting up a fight. That fight is not going to come directly from them. They engineer the fight, but it will come indirectly from fellow Biafrans like you. Like fellow Biafrans, they plant inside this government to destabilize what we are doing. Unless you have this at the back of your mind, we are going to be engaging people who have a different agenda and pretending to be fellow freedom fighters, to be fellow Biafrans. You're going to be engaging them every now and then. Do not waste your moment with them. Do not waste your time on them. Even if they like, let them sleep on Twitter from morning to night. Do not let them distract you. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, already set the template pre and post declaration of the United States of Biafra. I know many of you have watched the video of the meeting with our Prime Minister before Finland decided to listen and collude with Nigeria to remove our Prime Minister a week or two before our declaration in Finland. That was exactly what they did to our leader Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that by renditioning him from Kenya to Nigeria, that will stop the declaration of the United States of Biafra. So everyone here should be fully aware of the plots by the Nigerian state to ensure that Biafra is not a free nation. They will do everything possible. They will call us names on Twitter space. They will designate us everything. They will lie against us. They will pull our private life. They will misguide and misinform Biafrans using every means possible, because that is what they pay them to do. Please do not be moved. Do not pay attention to them, because they will stop. If you think they will stop, you are just deceiving yourself. That is what they are paid to do. An instance with this our general, again, when I let their first know that the role that I play in this struggle, the role I play in the restoration of the United States of Biafra, is not a role that I pre-planned for. I'm always comfortable working from behind the scene. I'm always comfortable doing the things that I do behind the scene. Because our Prime Minister will always be the one in the front. And all of you here that know our Prime Minister, you all know that he always wants to do things by himself. So many things he does alone, by himself. He carries it on his head. The removal of our Prime Minister from our midst really makes some of us to stand up to do the things that ordinarily we won't be doing. Because all these things were being done by our Prime Minister, directly by him. Because of the experiences he's had with our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister became more conservative, more introverted. Most of the things he does, even anybody, that's why I keep telling people, and I challenge people, anybody that comes out to tell you that we are doing this with our Prime Minister, that we are doing defense with our Prime Minister, that we are doing this, do not pay any attention to them. They know nothing. Nobody knows anything about our Prime Minister, Simon Eber. He's such a unique individual. Before he even tells you that he has a problem, you are the one that will be telling him this problem, your eye is swollen. Okay, what is going on? He won't tell you that. That is the kind of person our Prime Minister is, for those of you here that know him very well. So we have a decentralized form of government in the United States of Bîafrans, which is a constituent state. We have decentralized army. And the reason that the Prime Minister approved the decentralized army is because it goes along with the Constitution of the United States of Bîafrans, which was approved by our Prime Minister. If you go to the Constitution of the United States of Bîafrans, it is a confederating system of government. That is what our Constitution approves for us. So the confederating system goes with the decentralized military. Anybody telling you anything outside this, that means they are not part of the government. Do not let them deceive you. The Bîafran combatant is 100% behind the United States of Bîafran in our quest to fully protect our territory. That is why when we see some of our loved ones that have played a huge role in the defense of our nation, you see them stepping out of track. It becomes a concern, not just to the government, but even to some Bîafrans that are genuinely following what we are doing. Again, this government has been making funds available to our angels on ground as much as we could. We are not going to steal. We can only give what we have. We do not want an individual to come and go to the wherever they want and just carry money and dump it on our angels to deceive them. We don't want that to happen. That is why I take our time to invite our angels during our fundraisings to be part of what we do and see how much money we raise. And many of them do understand that. There is nowhere we dump this money. Yes, we do public fundraising, and we also think those that privately sponsor us. But we can only work with what we have. It may take a little while, but we are consistently doing that. And I want to let Bîafrans know, even before the United States of Biafra, the Prime Minister was most times handling these things by himself. And most of the angels that interact with the Prime Minister will tell you the same stories. The Prime Minister said that his men, he said, nobody knows anything about them. And that is the instruction. Nobody knows nothing. It is with time that we are trying to coordinate and bring everybody together based on the list and based on the information that the Prime Minister passed to myself, which I'm gradually passing on to those whose task it is to continue to follow on the footsteps that the Prime Minister has set for us. The Prime Minister's army, they are not online. They are not on social media. Anytime you see the Prime Minister's angel on the social media, just know they've deviated. The democracy have deviated. And we do not want that deviation to continue. Because that is what the enemies from the Nigerian state and their agents, their Bîafran agents, that is what they want. They will not fall to that